Oops. Oh, cool. So it works. Let's see if audio works. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so every time I tried this out on the cell phone network, it didn't connect, but this is literally running off the phone. I'll just run it for a couple of minutes. I was going to hop outside. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi network that I set up it covered a lot of acreage, has been destroyed multiple times by lightning. So we're kind of stuck where we can go. But I did want to test this before we went any further. Let's see if we can activate chat just so all that works. Alright, start. It says active, so it's connected. That's good.
At CodeLog says testing chat. At CodeLog says testing chat.
Well, that's exciting. Yo, we're on the phone right now. So this is what I wanted to have working so we could do out and about streams. Say like coding in public, whatever. We could just run it off the phone and share code from the computer. Let's try that. If I can myself out. Still some crazy voices to fix, so yeah, but what are you gonna do? Which room are we in? Alright, let's go ahead and see how this would work. So I'd bring my laptop, I would share a desktop, show you what I'm looking at here, hold on. Yeah, share desktop. Oh, we're doing it from Firefox, which sucks, but alright. Hopefully the screen pops up momentarily. Cool. Yeah, that's alright. So, yeah man, we'll be able to do remote coding streams. Sick. It's typically what we're doing. All this crap. I have to bring that computer if I like to code remote in the trailer and all that. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we might have to continue with this then. Isn't that weird? I don't know if it's because bad settings on my streaming config on desktop, but yeah, we'll roll with it. That means we'll focus on fixing a couple of basic things, just get the voices to sound right. 19. Yeah, don't worry, it'll drop down. People don't know what they're looking at. But anyone listening, if you chat, you're helping test out an application that we're building here. Yeah, and Mr. Smith, I did notice that in this, like the one time I did a stream like 4 AM out at the beach, you couldn't see anything on the phone. Like 30 people joined it, and I'm like, hey, why don't we get that when we're at home coding? But yeah, you'll see it bounce about, but it's worth testing. What should we do with this? I've still got those behavior tests to take, so that's exciting. I kind of procrastinated a little bit, but we'll get that done today. I'm probably going to record it. I won't do it live, but I'll record it because it'll be strange, right? I'm curious, is the sync issue fixed with the CRT? Right. Let's see if the CRT flutters on the camera. Cool, it's pretty good. That actually takes more work than you'd think to get the refresh rate matching with the iPhone camera, so that's exciting. Hell yeah. Let's mess around with some category stuff here, see if that makes a difference before we dip out.
Get it down on monster face on asterisk.
I've got half a monster sitting in the fridge right now. But I can't really add blur or anything to the screen here, it's kind of obnoxious. See if this triggers content ID, I'm curious. Put that over it. And we could also try a couple of things here where we get some clips. Uh-oh, I don't have an option. Yeah, I do. Alright, let's turn off the titles. This is a crappy room for it, but the mobile streams would make more sense where we just like have avatars like sitting right on top of us, like that. Let's see if we can make a better room. Did I code a mod to disable items as well? I think I did. No, I didn't. Damn, let's see if Dylan will join real quick to test it out so we can do the podcast streams while I'm about to. The cool thing about this setup is I could just grab the bloody camera and walk around and grab my computer from outside. Flip. Yeah, see what I'm talking about with what the code did?
I feel like I distracted you on Elixlir.
No, you're good. I got the local environment set up. Part of it was also, it was late. But we'll do a more dedicated dev stream with it as we get going. But it's what we're looking at tonight with the sunset. You can see everything looks brown. The cold did a lot of damage. But my really rare plants actually did alright and stuff started bouncing back. Get some fruit, that's okay. Ooh. Just walked this bugger about 2 or 3 miles. He's still dying, look at him. Oh aye, I'd walk you out there to literally see the sun kissing the horizon, but the lightning took out my external Wi-Fi networks, so we are pretty limited in where we could go. But a lot of land out there. One of the things I'm going to actually try is I have this coded, believe it or not. I have it coded so we can ingest drone streams. Like, so if I put my drone in there and fly it, we could literally stream it right into Kynto.
Those leaves look LVF.
Aye, these ones do. It's crazy how quickly stuff comes back. But on this same plant, I can show you pretty much death. Hold on, let's walk around. Yeah, look. So, it literally depends on which side of the plant the wind hit.
I just got a few 5G mesh antennas to set up.
Damn, I'm jealous. Let me get some of those. Because I'd like to show the rest of the stuff I've planted out here. I think we fared better right here than most of my neighbours did. I walked around today and there's a lot of dead stuff. Church. Get him. Get him. Get him. Go.
Oh man, it ruined those leaves.
Yeah. I gotta cut the grass as well, but I gotta charge the lawnmower battery first. Look, that's the grass right now. It just looks like burnt weeds. It's very good. Alright, but good news, that company called me up today. It was like, did you do the assessments? So they've been on top of me. It's good. So we'll definitely have to keep diving into it, because one of the first questions they had was like, how do you learn a new language? How quickly can you learn Elixir? And I'm like, well, just compare it to something I already know. And the closest thing that I can compare Elixir to is actually Swift of all languages. And you know, modern JavaScript evolved to use a lot more functional methods like filter, find, and stuff like that. But one of the weird things about Elixir is it has no concept of like a for loop, which is kind of interesting. And typically, like if you're coding in JavaScript, original JavaScript, you would, you'd loop over your items in an array such as users, and then you would have guarding inside it to check to see if that user's active, if their email's been verified, and you'd do that inside the loop. We kind of got away with that in modern JavaScript using filters, and that's very much the same concept in Elixir. You have to pre-filter your data before you can iterate over it, which makes sense. Alright, let's test something real quick before we move on.
That's awesome. That means they need you ASAP.
Isn't that good? Isn't that good? Alright, what we're going to do here, we're going to enable some sets. We're going to enable our stats bar and just test all this remotely. Okay, so we've got that. Let's try and populate it. To do that, I go down here, click start loop, and there we go. Live updating stats. But once we get through the Elixir stuff, we're going to circle back to Android and make like a custom YouTube client. Because the thing we noticed when we initially started the stream is the algorithm prefers these mobile streams over a desktop emulating a mobile stream. So on Android, we'll be able to actually like make YouTube think it's YouTube. So that should be even better. It takes a couple of weeks for YouTube to recalculate all the audience stuff, especially hopping on at times where I'm not traditionally on. It doesn't know what to do with us. But yeah, we'll head back in. And the cool thing is, just blank out the screen. Hopefully you can still hear. Grab this laptop. Bottle of water. So I did change the category on YouTube as well. It seems to muck it up. Still trying to decide if we want science and technology, entertainment, people, or vlogs, or gaming. So I have to figure it out. Let's see.
Custom YouTube client.
Yeah.
Custom YouTube
yeah, I think that's the only way to get the algorithm to be truly happy with what we're doing over here, is YouTube has to know it's YouTube in order to scale these streams up. But I still want to run all the other streams because we've been growing slightly in Kick, so we might operate everything else from desktop and then just run the YouTube stuff from a custom YouTube client here and share a code environment right into it. It's good, it's going to force me to fix some bugs because there's definitely some performance issues, like when you start streaming for longer than an hour or two, you have to reshare your screen a couple of times. So we'll figure that out. I knew I was getting penalised for the desktop setup. You just tell. Right, why is our screen not popping up here? Okay, it is now. We'll have to make a separate room for these YouTube streams that has no items in it. I prefer just having avatars on the portrait camera. I think that would look better. Okay, audio stream's current bitrate is too low. So we might have to run in constant background music. I've noticed it's punishing on that as well. What else do we want to do? Maybe disable ultra low latency, maybe that's impacting us. But yeah, every time I went out to test this in public, like even when I had really good cell phone service, the stream doesn't start. As soon as I do it at home on the Wi-Fi, it works perfect, so I don't know what is going on there. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Okay. We recommend an audio stream bitrate of 128 kilobytes per second. What else? So if you just see there, I don't know if that's Firefox related, but it just timed out my desktop share. Let's make some Swift UI changes real quick. See if we can. Oh my god, a bunch of Swift warnings. The API for RTMP streaming in iOS is like not very well documented, so I've kind of just had to stumble through it, if that makes sense. Screen cara sample handler. Alright, we're gonna adjust our bitrate stuff. We can at least do it for video here, but what about audio? Need to do audio as well. I'll share this so you can see what I'm looking at in a second. I need to turn off screen timeout. That app's open. Oh, okay, share again. Desktop. Allow. Share this window. It's going to ask me for audio source. Any minute now.
says back.
Is that Mr. Smith? Alright. So I'm going to make some bitrate changes, at least for the video right now. But it doesn't look like I have any.
Yes, oops. Yes,
You're good.
oops.
We don't have any code here to set the bitrate for audio that I can see. So I have a switch statement in a method override called process sample buffer. And what we're doing is we're mixing the screen and audio sources coming from my iPhone along with my microphone. And if you see here, I'm setting the bitrate to 1.5 megabytes per second. Let's see what it wants. It wants at least 2000. Okay, so that might be part of our issue there. That's simple enough. We'll bump that up. 2500 kilobytes a second. And then let's see if there's an override for our audio. That's where it gets confusing. Concurrency. Task main app to apply. That's so confusing. Alright, let's break this out a bit. Make it more readable. And we're doing that in a main actor. Why are we not doing that for video as well? I don't know. Task main actor. Yeah, so we should be able to do like that. And then we should be able to video settings. For audio.
Artificial genre-centric network says back LOL. Artificial genre-centric network says back LOL.
Nice, and you got a readable voice. That's good.
On tablet. On tablet.
Ah. See what GPT has to say about this. You cannot set the bitrate on the sample buffer itself. Bitrate lives in the encoder configuration that your mixer writer is using when it creates the audio track. Right now, just pushes the PCM buffers forward. The 128 kilobit setting has to exist where the audio encoder is created, or inside your mixer if it wrap those. It's confusing. Okay. So maybe I'm messing up as well. Actually defining a bitrate in here, because this is happening every time this sample buffer is updated, which I assume is like once every 100 ms. So where do we create our mixer? I think we create it here. Yeah, Swift isn't the most readable thing when you've not looked at it in a while, is it? You're still setting up your lab. Got my second desk in here finally. Dude, that's what's up. Yeah, what account are we logged in here? We're logged in our main one. We're going to share from Chrome. A little bit more control over... oh no. Well, look at that. The stream's still live. You can hear me, which is funny. Alright, let's share Xcode from our Chrome web app now. Where are you, Xcode? You're right there. Good job. I don't know where to put this. Is it warming up for you up there yet? Are you still freezing? Alright. So right.
Add official genre-centric network says it's 64 in here. Shorts weather.
What's the temperature outside for me? It was nice, I was wearing shorts. 67. Yeah, I hear you. I'm tempted to push an update while we're live and see if we can test some of this real quick.
"41 outside. 41
Oof.
outside.
Oof.
Getting down to 25.
I think our first audio track is the microphone. And we can hopefully set bit pattern, bit rate. No, it's not giving me the option. Damn.
I'm a DoorDash some food. I'm a DoorDash some food.
Nice.
"7-Eleven pizza."
Damn, I want some greasy pizza. Okay, so we do have to do it in this. All right. That was my first thought, but AI led me in a bad way. Okay. We're pending Am I doing a double task? Does that make sense? I think we're doing 2 tasks when we don't need to be.
Ever had MR Beast chocolate? Ever had MR Beast chocolate?
No. How is it? Oh, look at that, we lost our screen share again. Now, it could have happened, you've seen when my screen timed out there, or was going to get ready to shut off. That might be sending a signal to the web browser in Kynto to terminate this share.
IDK yet. Gonna try it. IDK yet. Gonna try it.
I know that guy's a bit of a beast himself in the Scottish sense of the word, which is not what you'd associate with America. In America, you use beast as like, oh, the person's like really good at something. In Scotland, a beast is a PDF. Okay, let's see. If needs configuration, yep, we do need to do that. So okay, so it seems Swift's
Really?
smart
Really?
enough to decide when we actually need to do this.
They call Pidu as a beast. They call Pidu as a beast.
Okay, so we don't need the main actor. That may actually be screwing us up. Okay. I'll reshare this again while I'm literally fixing the bugs that are causing this to terminate. I'll just keep touching the screen for a minute.
$25 for 2 large pizzas and 2 chocolate bars with a $6 tip.
That's not bad, is it?
What a deal.
I see, I see, I see. Okay. So we're essentially engineering
5 more
our-
orders and I get $30. That's a free order. 5 more orders and I get $30. That's a free order.
That's alright, innit? We're essentially building our own RTMP stream here. Natively on iOS to do what we want to do. Alright, now we have access to bitrate, which is good. I don't know why we have to do underscores for... that's kind of strange. Um, 120 kilobytes. Okay, now we need to apply our audio settings here, and then we'll prevent the screen from timing out. Oh, let me switch this keyboard over. It's uncomfortable typing on this other one. On the mouse. There we go. Okay, so I just terminate screen share there as well. Eyes are bugging for a reason on that one. Okay, that should do it. And then once that's set, we need to reset this flag so we're not running this on every single frame. Means audio configuration will equal no. It used to be no on Objective-C, but they changed it back to true and false when they moved from Objective-C to Swift. Okay, I think that will do it. So now we need to stop the screen from timing out, turning off. And then we'll have to take our media player that I coded for background music in Kynto, release that as well, so we could have background music while out and about. I think that'd be sick. Okay, so in Xcode I need to do some sign-in capabilities stuff. Let's take a look. Where is that again? I forgot. Sign-in capabilities. Interesting, it's still showing that. What if it disappear? Okay. Alright, give me a second here to fix this, and then we'll restart the stream. Hopefully it doesn't terminate when we do it, but if we get this fixed right now, it'll be easier to stream again more in the future, so bear with me. Right, I forgot, where do we manage our capabilities? Okay, in here. So we need to add background modes. Okay. And what do we have to enable for it? Check audio, AirPlay, and picture-in-picture. Okay, so that should keep our stuff turning off. Voice over IP, I mean, we're not technically doing that. Yep. Called it, that's right. Cool. Ooh, push to talk. I could code Kynto walkie-talkie. I've always wanted to get that out there. That would be good. iOS will put the device to sleep automatically if idle. If your app. You should already know that we're doing work. Alright, so now we're going to have to go into the top part of this Swift project here, which I believe I have in content view. Yep, which creates Kynto view. Is this the initial entry point of the entire project? I think it is. we just do that and make UI view? I think we could. View to load, set up camera. Yeah, let's just do it right in here. So if we do UI application singleton for shared is idle timer disabled, we want to say yes. And that should stop the screen turning off. And then what do we have here? Audio session shared. Okay, let's try building this. What that's going to do is it's going to restart the Kynto app that you see here, and then we'll come back and actually it'll update our screen recorder technology that I coded here in settings, and then we'll be able to terminate it and restart it and hopefully satisfy all YouTube's requirements here. So give me a second here.
Bad.
Yes, sir. So to build this, I'll just click build up here, and it should deploy it right on my phone wirelessly, which is nice. The cool thing is that raising the phone, ensure the device is unlocked and detached is. Alright, we might have to plug it in. But the cool thing is the streaming technology I coded is actually separate from the Kynto app. So even if we stop the app, it does not stop the streaming. It looks like I'm going to have to plug in here. Let me see. Let's deploy this. Hopefully this will go in there. So I have to take out the bloody case. Let's see if we can find another bloody cable, man. Come on. Some of these USB cables are not data cables, they're just bloody power cables, and it frustrates me. Welcome to the joys of native iPhone development. This is what it's like all the bloody time. Let's take out the bloody case then.
Lockdown mode.
Yeah, I had that enabled, but I wasn't able to run Kynto app without it on. It disables WebRTC, believe it or not, which is incredibly disappointing. Incredibly disappointing. But it might have screwed up my ability to wirelessly deploy the codes here. The device must be. I wouldn't be able to run Kynto if it wasn't in developer mode already. Come on, what are you doing?
It does indeed, but that's because of the tracking. It does indeed, but that's because of the tracking.
Yeah. Right, you miss out on a lot of the internet that way as well, so that's a tough one. Wish I could have lockdown mode, but still have WebRTC. And if I just restart X Swift, yeah. Let's try this. Were we able to rescue our stream? Yeah, I do think the enabling the lockdown mode is like disconnected my device setup from
Froze.
Xcode, which is problematic. So I don't know how to get that working again. We already have it enabled. What's going on here? Connection was invalidated. I appreciate that additional like. This device is set up. It's already done. Yes, we know. Might have to restart the iPhone. That's going to kill the stream completely. But I'll hop back on for a test to actually see if the bitrate stuff is solved. So keep an eye out for like the next 5-10 minutes. We'll test this. And I really do have to do those tests. Crap. Yeah, this is frustrating. Okay. I'm going to try them with a different cable. The port in this iPhone is just I should have a nice back USB-C here. It should do it. Let's see. Trust computer, yes. Interesting. I like how iOS doesn't show you what I'm typing on the key thing. iPhone not available because it's pairing. Alright, we'll wait a second here. How long does it take to pair? Let's see what I'm doing. There we go, it's paired. Alright. Oh, we just disconnected the cable. That's very good. Okay, let's see if this deploys. You'll know because you'll see Kynto. Hopefully it comes back. Alright, this is with the new audio and video settings. Let's see what the stream health says. Stream is healthy. I think we solved it. As long as you can hear me still, let me know. Let's see how it went from complaining about the stream bitrate stuff to not. Alright, cool. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I think that'll make YouTube happier. So we got that fixed. Now what I was saying we're going to test is just seeing if the screen time's out. So I'm not going to touch the screen for a minute. I'm just going to set the phone down.
Add official Bytesmith says I can.
I'll set that down for a minute. And then just not touch the screen, make sure it doesn't turn off. Well, I click around here in stream health. It doesn't really give you any more data. If the stream's healthy, it doesn't complain anymore. I guess that's fine. But next stream we're going to do, I'm going to disable the ultra low latency mode. So there will be like a second or more between chats and when you hear them read out on the stream. But I think the benefit of that is a couple of things. We could do higher resolution streams, which makes YouTube happier, and we might have more push in algorithm, because that is one of the things that changed when I noticed the channel take a dive, was I enabled ultra low latency, which made the people that found the streams much happier, like the regulars, but I think it slowed down how many people actually found us. So for a quick test of that, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to terminate this stream and then just restart it with ultra low latency disabled. And that also allows captions. I've had people complain before they don't understand what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Cheers for sticking around, Mr. Smith.